What's up, guys? JR Raymond back again here at Classic Lanes in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Today we're going to show you how to lay out a ball using dual angles, and we're going to use it on the Ebonite Futura, and then we're going to throw some shots. But first, we got to go drill that ball inside MRB Classic Pro Shop, so stay tuned. All right, so I have in front of me a brand new Ebonite Futura. Okay, so the numbers on this ball are 248053, 248 as the RG, 053 as the differential. So what we're going to do, using our numbering system, we're going to take the 248, making it a whole number, so 248, and then the 053 is going to be a whole number, so we're going to make that 053 and subtract the difference. We'd come up with 195. Okay, then we have to take into consideration the cover stock. So this is a hybrid cover stock, so we're going to subtract 3 from that. That gives us an overall total ball score of 192, which is a pretty strong number. Being symmetrical, that makes this ball that much better. This will make it so much more controllable, and from everybody that I've seen that's drilled it already, it is that super smooth, strong, controllable ball. So my plan is to make this my benchmark. So let's see what we can come up with. We're going to probably try, we're going to show you how to do dual angles on this as well. So if you don't know how to do dual angles, I'm going to run you through it on here, but there's also other videos that I've done where it shows dual angles. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a straight line from the pin through the CG straight down. Now, because this is symmetrical, that's all I have to worry about as far as that first line. If it was asymmetrical, it would have a mass bias on it, or a PSA, depending on what you want to call it. And if it was over here, then I would be drawing that straight line and ignoring this CG and going straight from the pin to the mass bias over here. This CG wouldn't matter so much in the asymmetrical ball when it comes to finalizing your layouts. So for here, the first number we're going to create is going to determine how early we get this bowling ball to roll. So anywhere from 20 degrees to 90 degrees is typically what you want to do. The closer to 20 degrees, the earlier it's going to roll. The closer to 90, the later down lane you get that core to take over. I want this to be in the middle. I want this to be my benchmark. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the center, where the center of this ProSec, right on the pin, straight back through that line we just drew, and right in between 90 would be about 45. So I'm going to put it at 45 degrees. Where I marked that, I'm going to draw it straight through from the pin straight through that mark again. Okay, now we have our first angle at 45 degrees. Now what I want to determine is I want to figure out how much do I want this ball to flare? How many rings do I want this ball to have, and how far across the ball do I want this thing to flare and create those rings? Do I want them real short, small rings, or do I want them wide rings so we see more hook potential? So we're going to go, I don't want to see too much. Again, I want this to be more of a benchmark ball. So the max flare potential would be 3 3/8. I don't want to get that close. I'm going to go a little bit further away from that, and I'm going to try and go maybe at like 44.5. So 4.5 inches there. We're going to draw that mark. Now we have, this is technically where our positive axis would be. It's right here. Okay. So we need to take and set the center of that quarter scale back up on that mark to get our third and final angle. Now this third and final angle is going to determine how strong off of the breakpoint or off the friction this ball is going to react. The closer you get to 20 degrees, the stronger it's going to be. The further away from 20 degrees and closer to 90 degrees, the weaker and slower response it's going to be. Again, this is going to be a benchmark piece for me, so I want to go in between. So I'm going to go right back at 45 again. So now I have that mark at 45. I'm going to set my quarter scale up from there and draw it straight through where my positive axis would be. This would be called your vertical axis line, okay, or your VAL. Now from here, we need to know what our positive axis actually is to be able to figure out where the center of your grip is going to be. I know that I am 4 3/8 by I'm 4 3/4 over by 1 3/8 inches up. So I have to, since I'm up on my VAL, I actually need to draw this line down. So I'm going to measure down from my positive axis down 1 3/8 inches and make a mark right there. Now I need to go 4 3/4 because that's the distance over I am. So I'm just going to draw a straight line over all the way through 4 3/4 there. okay? And I'm gonna make a mark, make sure I'm centered. I'm gonna make a mark at 4 3/4, okay? So now with this line across, now I draw a straight line straight up and down here, which will give me my center line. So my holes are gonna end up going somewhere in here. And that's gonna be your layout. Basically a straight up and down, standard 45-degree angle layout that gives you the most control, in my opinion. This is the standard 4.5 inch, your benchmark type piece that's going to give you that look in the beginning of every game to make you make a decision whether you need to go up from here, stronger layout, or down from here. So do I need to go from a 192 to a, say, like a 200, or do I need to go from a 192 to a 189 because this isn't quite picking up soon enough? You're going to make those determinations based on a benchmark like this. So let's put some holes in it. All right, so as we put holes in this ball, I got to let you know I have to narrate this because my camera, the mic, didn't quite work as I wanted to. So we're just going to talk about what we're seeing out of this ball. We start playing further right, weaker hand position, just typical roll, trying to get it to play straight up 12-13, belly it just a little bit to see what it gives us. And right here you could see it reads the middle of the lane so strong and just rolls off the back of the lane for a 4-pin. So we try to move a little bit left and roll it the same way, and it still really picks up in the middle and trips the 4-pin. So we make a little bit more. I'm going to keep moving my feet left to see what it gives me. And as I move my feet left, typically with a strong ball like this, you're going to see it start to delay. That one was perfect. So that one tells me I was in the right part of the lane there. And then as I keep moving left, you'll see it just starts to delay, and it doesn't quite get through the pins as you would want it to. But it's because it's such a strong ball with a weaker blendy type of layout on it. So this one here, you watch it bucket because I do get too far left with it and too far right down lane. So it just rolls off of it and doesn't go through the pins. So it's really cool to see that it's very predictable and you know exactly what this ball is going to give you as I completely fall off a shot here in 4-9. So I'll get back up and try to make the same shot. And this is where you notice that it's going to do the exact same thing. Even though my balance was better, it does the exact same thing and dang near leaves that 4-9 again. So it's really cool to be able to see the very predictable motion of this bowling ball. So I'm going to keep moving left again and show you what this ball is capable of. And as I go back to where I 4-pin, and right here, this is going to be really cool here. You'll be able to move a little bit left, get your hand around it, and boom, this ball is going to be amazing for that benchmark piece. All right, so as you can see, I had to narrate that, but that's okay. It still gave you the right idea. It still let you see the shots, and those are in succession. Those are exactly one right after another. There was no cutting as far as cutting out shots. I wanted to make sure you could see every shot that I threw like I normally do. But normally I'm talking through it with the mic on, but the mic just seemed to didn't pick up this time. I should have checked it before I moved on. But anyway, so that's what you got. It is a perfect benchmark ball. It is a very strong, very strong bowling ball that's going to read the middle of the lane every single time, probably on no matter how thick the oil gets, it's going to read that middle of the lane and be smooth off the back part of the lane. So it's perfect to be able to control the tough patterns, and it's going to be perfect for you to be able to pull it out of your bag the first time and be able to figure out whether to go up or down with the bowling ball. Figure out where you need to go. If you need a stronger or weaker ball, you can get that type of clue based on throwing a benchmark like this. So that was your typical 45 by 4.5 by 45. That gives you that smooth reaction there. So you see what it does for me. Go get yourself one. There'll be a link in the description if you want to get one there. And then if you need help with anything lesson-wise, make sure to head over to patreon.com/life's-traction-control, and you will be able to get virtual lessons there from me if you are too far away. If you're in the Detroit area and you want to get personal lessons, one-on-one private lessons at Classic Lanes with me, then you can email me at lifestractioncontroljr@gmail.com. and we'll schedule one for you whenever you're ready. So I hope you guys like this. If you do, subscribe. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like. Comment below what you think of this bowling ball, and go get yourself one in the description below as well. So until next time, guys, we will see you later.